How's everybody doing? Try to get everything going here. Trying something new tonight. We are going to attempt to go live on the Facebook too. Don't know if my computer can handle it, but we're going to see what happens. But we will be here if for some reason the Facebook feed goes down. The YouTube feed will still be there. Try to get this where I can see everything. There we go. Let's see if Facebook will go live here. We will find out shortly. Like it is going live. I just cannot see. There it is. All right. So we have that going. See if I can shrink this window a little bit. There we go. All right. Hopefully things do not get glitchy on here. If they do, somebody let me know, and I will try to correct any glitchiness. We may just have to go straight to YouTube. I don't know. There's your funky music, Keith. Have to get you to play bass with me one night. All right. Hopefully I can see how everything is going to work here now. Blow that up real big. Alright. I'm just going to play something until we get a few people in here. Just playing that got me thinking of something. I do lessons. I still take lessons. I think it's a good thing for everybody to take lessons. That's why I give them away for free. But I do take lessons. I'm part of a Patreon group for Andy Wood. Those of you who probably know who he is, but if you don't, you should know who he is. But last night we got really, really lucky, and Bumblefoot was our guest instructor. So it was very interesting. The guy is amazing, super nice dude. There's a big group of us in the class, and showed us a lot of really cool stuff. Didn't do all the crazy stuff you would expect. He did some of it just so, I guess Andy asked him to do some of it maybe, but he showed something really cool. If we've talked about bending and vibrato, and he does a really cool trick with his vibrato, and I tried it in there after I got into it. I remembered him talking about it. Most of us do our vibrato kind of up and down. Harder extremes, you know. But on that little progression I was doing right there, I started doing the vibrato the way he was talking about it. And instead of going up and down, he's going back and forth, but in the same fret. So I don't know if it's hitting semitones, what it's doing, but it does still give you that vibrato feel. As opposed to... sometimes that's a little too much. So, once again, for everybody that's joined up, I normally just do this on YouTube, but I am trying to jump over and do it on Facebook too. Hopefully it is not glitchy and I have the bandwidth to pull this off. But if it is glitchy, please put it in the comments. Let me know. If it's the first time you're seeing it here on Facebook, jump over to my YouTube. There's plenty of links to it on my page. But those tremolos, I'm just going to restart that loop. And I'm going to play nothing but basically single tremolo notes. But I'm going to do them all in kind of the up-down bend style. And just show you, and then we'll see the difference between the two. Obviously, that was far more tremolo than you're ever going to use in a solo. But I'm over-exaggerating it for a reason, just so you can see what that one tremolo is going to sound like. And I'm going to do through it this time. And I'm still going to use some of those bends, but I'm also going to use some of the back and forths. And see what kind of difference that makes. Big difference in the two different tremolos, especially when you get up high here. Seems like you can get, at least with this guitar. Every guitar is probably going to be a little bit different. I could go grab one of the others off the wall back there and do the tremolo in the exact same spot, and the guitar may react just a little bit different. Got a few on Facebook and a few on YouTube. Awesome. Drop a comment, say hello, tell me I suck, something. Hey Glenn, how you doing, man? I do see comments just a little bit behind. It takes about 30 seconds after you type it before I actually see it. Most of you, I'm sure, know who I am, or you would not see me on your Facebook or on YouTube. So, but if you haven't seen me before, my name is Rocky. It is nice to meet you. This is called an old-fashioned. But that was one of the cool things Bumblefoot showed us last night, was that. So I'm going to try to be a lot more conscious with that. At least until Sam, or the guitar player, goes, dude, you're doing that way too much. which happens when you learn something new. You always want to kind of overuse it, I think, and it's, showing some restraint is a good thing sometimes. But, so I'm going to show you that the Bumblefoot thing did. The Bumblefoot thing. The guy, Bumblefoot, Ron, is his real name. But he was awesome. If you don't know who he is, check him out. I'm going to have to go buy a thimble for my little finger now, just to try to do his tricks that he does. He kind of showed us how he does that. Not like I can do it like he would do it, but Brian Hunter, have not talked to you in years, brother. How are you? But something else that I always, like I say, if you've never seen me on here before, it's the first time I've done Facebook. I'm always over on YouTube on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. But I'm going to start trying to do Facebook too, even if it's not for the full time. Sometimes we run 20 minutes over there. Sometimes we run 45 minutes to an hour. Just depends on how many people are hanging out and what everybody's saying. Something for, maybe the more advanced, intermediate to advanced players. Not that you can't do it slow, if you're a beginner. We did a whole night on finger tapping a few weeks ago. And, I was telling you last week that since I'm taking lessons and learning, I'm going to show you what I'm learning. Because if I want to learn it, there's probably some of you that want to learn it too. This is, if you've never seen Matteo Mancuso, it's completely humbling. It's the dude, he plays with 3 fingers. Does everything. Plays Eruption, plays just unreal stuff. 3 fingers. But it was a lick that Andy Wood showed our class last night, and I'm sure he does not care for sharing knowledge. And this is free. I'm not charging you for it. But this is done out of either C major, A minor. So the first thing you do when you're going to find one of these licks is know where your A minor scale, pentatonic scale is. We're going to work in the pentatonic scale. So you have A, C, D, E, and G. But we're going to do it out of this position. For the first part. It's actually just going to go pretty simple. That's the easy part. Now we need to find our A minor pentatonic in the next position up. So if we're here, well, there's an A minor. So I know I've got a G. So I have a D. I need to find an E. So I have an E here. A G, A. So C, A, G, E, D, and C. Virtually the same notes, but here's the fun part of it. You hammer on that G, tap your C, pull off to your E, tap your A, and then pull off there. It's trickier than it looks. And then you move to the next string and do the same thing. And then you go to the next string and do the same thing. This is the first night I'm really trying this. Watching last night, I always just kind of watch the lessons to try to absorb them, and then I go back and watch the recordings that I have of it, and it makes it a lot easier for me to pull that off. So I watched that right before I logged on here tonight to try to show y'all just a cool lick. It's as he called it last night, it's a circus trick. It's not anything you're going to throw into Give Me 3 Steps this weekend at the VFW or the Moose Lodge. Or you may not have a gig next weekend. You may have 4 or 5 gigs next weekend if you do it. I don't know. But that's just kind of a fun thing to do. The other thing I've been working on, still been going real heavy on arpeggios. That's something I neglected for years. And they sound so cool. I really dig them. We did a little bit with arpeggios last week, but it's kind of a slow week. And bass players. I know there's a bass player out there. You can do arpeggios too. They're not just for guitar players. They make really great bass walls. And I can't remember if I talked about it last week or not, but there's really only 3 shapes. You know, a lot of guitar players go into shapes, and a lot of them say, don't learn shapes. It doesn't hurt to learn some shapes, as long as you know the notes, especially your root notes. We'll just go in A minor since that's where I was at. Your first one is your minor arpeggio shape, which in A minor, we're going to just do it start on our E string. A, C, and then E on the next string down. Which is basically your chord. One, 3, 5. That's what makes up your chord. That triad makes up your A minor chord. The A, the E, and the C. We're just playing them in different order. And if you look at that shape, playing there, you're skipping 2 frets. You're playing that 3rd fret away, and then coming back and playing just behind it on your A string. That works anywhere you have an A for the most part, until we get down into the B and G string thing. Right here. When you get onto your G and B string, that throws the whole thing out of whack because, you know, they're not tuned in fourths, so you have to move everything up 1 string on your. And then you can jump those things all over the place. Oh, Todd, good to see you on there. Going to be I was talking about you today. I was filling in a coworker on who one of my favorite bass players of all time was, and your name came up. So, and once again, guys, doing this for the first time on Facebook. If you're over there, thank you for hanging out. We've had several people comment, guys I haven't talked to in a while. We should all get together at some point, but we have life, and that gets very busy. But, like I said, I do this every Thursday on YouTube. If there's anything you want to see, finger tapping, tremolo tricks, basically, I'm not trying to show you Yngwie, because I can't play Yngwie. If I sit down and dedicate the next year of my life to Yngwie, I probably can play you some good Yngwie, but I'm not going to do that. I like listening to Joe Bonamassa too much, and Eric Johnson, and Joe Satriani. But love Yngwie too, but it's just I'm not going to completely change everything I know to be able to play Black Star. Will I steal some licks from him? Hell yeah, I'll steal some licks from him if I can. Now, I ain't going to say I can't, but if you can steal licks, that's what you do. But that first shape. The next shape that you can use is a diminished shape. And all a diminished shape is, your top is the same, but you're dropping your 5th to a flat 5th. So your minor shape is your diminished. And then the other shape is your major shape, which is where we have the raised third. So major, minor, diminished. Oops. The diminished is, you'll hear that in a lot of metal stuff. Very Black Sabbathy. If you throw enough distortion to it, you can get some good Black Sabbath sound stuff. But that is their three major shapes. There's some other arpeggios, and we'll get into those more over on YouTube. I've got some videos over there. Go check it out. If you haven't been on my YouTube and you're watching this on Facebook, just go to YouTube and type my name in, or go to my homepage here, scroll down through there, and I'm sure you'll find a link to it. I've dropped it a few times, I'm quite certain. If you do go to YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. Helps grow the audience, helps me to be able to do this more, and hopefully at some point just play music for a living again. It was fun when I did it. Would love to go back and do it again, but right now things are going pretty good. Got a good band here, so I'm very happy. And have very cool people who come out and jump up on stage and play with us. Todd Jones should do that sometime when you're in town. Speaking of which, if you are in the Tri-Cities area watching this, the band I play with, Cash Crop, we will be at the casino tomorrow night. Playing on the Hard Rock Cafe stage, 10 o'clock. If you're sick of watching basketball by then, come out and hang out. How are you, Chris? Come hang out with us, and we got a 2-hour set. Won't be any breaks, not for a 2-hour set. But we'll do everything from, who knows. You'll hear Joe Bonamassa, you'll hear Ozzy Osbourne, you'll hear a lot of different stuff. So come out if you're at the casino, if you can, and check out the band. If not, we're on Facebook too. There again, if you scroll down my page, you'll see some links to Cash Crop. Jump over there and check it out. So, those arpeggios, back on track. Short-term memory loss. Not a good thing. Yeah, it's alright. But, Cheyenne, this is for those who don't know, what I call my daughter, just said hello. It's my other daughter who lives not close to me anymore, so we can't really see her often, but I look at all your pictures, so tell the little one hello and your husband hello for me. Alright, the reason I showed you those three shapes is when you're using those arpeggios, you can just get away with throwing in an occasional. And that's just the same shape repeated. Just everywhere that I have an A, moving up the neck. And that's what I look for, is that one note. Where are my A notes? Because once I know where that's at, I know my shape. But you don't want to just do that all night. Learn it backwards. I always do say that too. Learn that backwards. Coming backwards, look for your E. Work on getting those smoother than I just did. Still getting warmed up. Crazy. You work in a guitar store and you don't really ever play guitar that much. It's a really weird thing. Everybody thinks you get a good job in a guitar store, and that's what you do all day. Casino is Saturday. If I said Friday, I didn't mean to. The casino is Saturday. You are correct, Keith. But if you don't want to just stick with those, if you know the modes, this will make a lot of sense. If you don't know the modes, probably won't make a lot of sense. But check out my YouTube page. I do have some stuff on there, and there's more coming for modes if you want to know modes. And I do have a Patreon page starting in April, and there'll be a lot of music theory stuff on there. You'll get full-length videos, ad-free, from what was on YouTube or on here. But the notes in your A minor scale, let's just stick with the A minor pentatonic. A, C, and E. Now that's our arpeggio in A. But what if we want to start it on a C? Well, in your A minor, your C is a major. If you follow your progression, you have an A minor, you have a C major. So here we'll do a major arpeggio. And we're still in our pentatonic scale. So we're playing a C, an E, and a G. So if we go on our A first, major arpeggio, minor arpeggio, major arpeggio. The D is going to be a minor. You can lace all three of those into a lot of 12-bar blues solos. I mean, don't just lay on nothing but the arpeggios. But if you're get them in there, but like I say, I use this looper. I keep a looper sitting at my foot all the time, and if I'm working on an arpeggio in A, I record a progression in A, and I just sit and I practice arpeggios all over the neck. And then when I can find them, I start blending it with licks I already know, and you'll find new licks. Lots of new licks when you start really, really digging into the arpeggios. We'll just take that ACE. They don't necessarily have to be played in that order. So just find an E. We'll go here. The next note in, if we're going, A, B, C, D, E, F, that way, would be an A. So that would be here. And then a C. So if A, C, E here we're going to have to go E, A, C. If we're on the C here, we'll go C to E to A. Start on a C here. So find different ways to make those same arpeggios all over the neck, using those three notes. Find every A you can and find your arpeggio in every different way you can. I mean, I can do it this way. I can play my A here instead of. You can do it that way. Find it everywhere you can. And the big thing, learn your fretboard. If you're taking lessons, or if I say, all right, play an A on your B string, you should know to just go do that. It shouldn't be, and count up and find your A. Know your fretboard. That is the most important part of this. If you want to use these arpeggios effectively, you've got to know where the notes are. That is the big thing. So do that. Even if you just work with that one arpeggio this week, the ACE. Use that shape. Again, if you're on the G and the B string, you have to change the shape. Let me turn this way a little bit. But But there again, it's knowing where your notes are at. You know you're playing an A, you're playing a C. If you go there, you got a D sharp or an E flat. Find them on one string, just on one string. Do it from the C, from the E. Do it on the next one. Whoops. And I ran out of frets. But if you can find them all on one string, that works really good too. That helps for fretboard recognition. And that's the biggie. Like I say, I'll say this a million times, know your fretboard. I still, every now and then, I look down and I go blank. It happens. It happens to everybody, and when you go blank and you need a second to reset, just put Stevie Ray Vaughan in your head and go. And then you can drop back into something you know. That's my bailout, is the Stevie bailout. That's, if I get messed up, that's where I go. All right, tonight, Facebook has won in viewers. So, again, I hate to keep driving this, but all you guys who were over on Facebook watching this, we do this every Thursday night on YouTube. Don't know that I'll be here every Thursday on Facebook, but because it's going pretty good, I'm going to try to. So, we'll plan to do it on Facebook here again next week. Little things that are coming up. Patreon will be launching in April. I've been talking to the guys on YouTube. I will be doing the song challenge starting in April. I'm going to let you guys pick what I write. You'll tell me a genre, rock, pop, no polkas allowed. Popular music, rock, pop, jazz. Preferably not jazz, but if you got to, you got to. But you'll give me a genre. You'll give me a speed. I want it slow and sludgy. I want it happy, peppy, obla-dee, obla-da happy. I don't know if I can write a song that happy, but there is that. So, but we'll be doing that and letting you guys pick the songs, and I will have 10 days to come up with a song. Sometimes it will have lyrics. Sometimes it will not. Sometimes it will be an instrumental. But there'll be some arpeggios in them, I'll bet you. Like I said, if you first time see me on Facebook, say hello. Let me know you're there. Yes, Keith, comment from over on YouTube. Yes, you can put bluegrass. It will suck, because I am not a bluegrass player, but I will crash course it for 10 days, and I will come up with the worst imitation bluegrass song you have ever heard. And everybody can make fun of it, and I will make fun of it right along with them. But hopefully, what I'm hoping is a lot of them will have lyrics. Hopefully, they'll have lyrics, and I may get some guest singers. If somebody brings up some pop stuff, I'm not going to attempt to sing like Bruno Mars, so I will probably go find one of the many talented female vocalists around here that I know and get one of them to do a very, a pop song if somebody drops that on me. Not to say they will. First week, I'll probably have to learn something like Slayer. Who knows? Oh. All right. All right, so we talked arpeggios. We talked the goofy finger tapping licks. For those of you who were not in here earlier, if you are guitar players, if you're bass players, try this on your bass. This will be fun. We'll do the finger tap lick one more time. We're playing our E minor pentatonic in this position, which would be G, A, C, D, E, and G. And then we are also going to think of our pentatonic scale in the next position. So C, A, E, C. Okay, let's do this. Reset. C, A, So what you're going to do, hammer on that G note, tap the C, pull off to the E, tap the A, pull off to the E. Oops. It's more difficult than it looks. Once you get it going, I promise you, it is more difficult than it looks. Because you want to go, and that's not it. You're not tapping first, you got to get that. Difficult, but it can be done. Like I told people earlier, I stole that completely from my guitar lesson that I had last night. I'm a part of Andy Wood's Patreon, and that was one of the things he showed us last night. And so learn your pentatonics, learn those arpeggios. Your diminished, your major. And the reason I say learn your diminished and your major, I'm just going to run your A. We're playing our A minor scale. We have an A minor, a B diminished, C major, D minor, E minor, F major, G major, and A minor. And there's every chord in the scale. So when you go to play those chords, A minor, A, E, C. You go to the B, which is your diminished shape. You have a B, you have a D, and you have an F. And the diminished shapes are awful to make. Avoid that one unless you're playing metal. C, E, and G. C, E, G, C chord, D, F sharp, and A, D minor. So all those chords are there. D, G, A, D, F, A. I've been up way too long. Learn those major, minor shapes, and you can walk through a lot of different solos. A little harder to reach on the SG sitting down, a little more comfortable standing up, but I'm not going to stand up for the whole live stream. All right. Again, thank everybody who's hanging out. We've had a bunch of people jumping in and out tonight, and I really do appreciate it. Everybody who's here every week on YouTube, you guys are great. I thank you. Again, Patreon launching soon. Maybe I'll put the recipe for the old-fashioned on there. Maybe we'll do a post where we mix an old-fashioned and I show you how to do something on the guitar. All right, guys. From both sides, anything anybody have any questions on? Anything you would like to hear me play? I can't really do covers on here as far as I know. I think that gets me turned off if I don't put like all kinds of copyright stuff up there. But just in case anybody was wondering, you probably aren't, but just in case you are, I am playing tonight through a Line 6 HX Stomp straight into my computer. I use a Line 6 Helix when I play out. Just to show you a couple of my tones here. The clean tone is really designed for a Telecaster, but the SG gets a really good clean tone too. Always run a compressor. That's the first thing in my chain, compressor. Give myself a little bit of juice. I can go over and give myself a little more juice. So that's pretty much my clean channel. If I'm doing something a little heavier, I do always have, you know, kind of an overdriven Marshall tone. You know, that kind of thing. Trying to skirt around actual licks so I don't infringe on I don't know how that all works, I'll be honest with you. And if any of you do, let me know, because I don't. I'm kind of gaining that one up a little bit. A little more. And then, of course, I have the channel with way too much of everything. And I know a lot of amp purists out there, and I totally respect that. I played amps for many years, but boy, things just got so much easier when I went to this. Drum King Me Jesus through the post of life. You ain't changed a bit, have you, man? That's great. Hey, Hayden, how are you, man? Yeah, this has been cool doing on YouTube. On Facebook, like I said, I'm over on YouTube too. But I'm there every week, but I figured I'd try it here tonight too. And I've got to talk to a lot of cool people. It is very good to see you all. But this is a regular thing I do every Thursday night. You get free guitar tips. Don't cost you nothing. Oh, and my little kiddo says hello. My youngest kiddo. Look what I got, Kirsty. Any happenings coming up? Next week. Next week, if you are anywhere close. I already told you about our band playing Saturday night, but next Wednesday night, Asheville, the Orange Peel. I'll be there. Our guitar player Sam will be there. Our good buddy Jeremy from Modus will be there. We are all going to watch Wolfgang Van Halen and Mammoth at the Orange Peel. I think 10 Years is with them, those of you who remember them. But we are going to Asheville. I would say, I can't guarantee it, but we will probably be at the Wicked Weed Brewery right beside the Orange Peel, right until before showtime, because it's cheaper to drink there. And I ain't driving. I hope I don't draw the short straw this time. So, if you're around there, go see Mammoth. Wolfie's a monster. Absolute monster. Love listening to everything he does. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out and watching tonight. Been great over on Facebook. You all have been awesome. If you just joined in on here, go back. Go over to the YouTube channel. This will be posted on YouTube. You can watch everything we did tonight. Just kind of goofed off for part of it, but we did get some cool stuff, I think. The finger tap lick, some arpeggio stuff. We're going to go real heavy into arpeggios when we get to April. April, arpeggio, get it? I was a school teacher. I got to do stuff that rhyme. Yeah, I was a school teacher. Scary, huh? But, so we will do some more stuff next week. We will not quite be to April yet, but, wish an early happy birthday to my brother tomorrow. He's probably not on here, but happy birthday, Aaron. Hope everybody had a good time tonight. If there's stuff you want to see me cover, topics, that is, not songs, topics, pop them in the comments. If you are on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, or hit the unlike button. I don't care. Leave me a nasty comment. Just let me know you were there. I like insults. I'm saving them all, and I'm just going to read them all one night. But again, Saturday night, the group I am with, Cash Crop, we are at the casino, the Hard Rock Casino in Bristol. So, everybody have a fantastic night. Thank you for coming and hanging out with me tonight. You have been great, and I will see you all again next Thursday night, if not before. I'm going to try to start going live on Facebook more. So, you guys have a fantastic night. You're awesome. I will see you again.